Alright, hello good people. Welcome back to another exciting episode on how to solve math word exercises. Like I said, in this couple of series, I'm going to be focused on algebra. In algebra, I'm focusing on just solving, let me write it down. We're just going to find the missing numbers. Just find the missing numbers. That's all we're doing. So let's jump right in. Alright, there are two numbers whose sum is 50. So I can stop right there. If you want to, I can say I have an x1 plus an xt who equals 50. So it's very important to understand what it's asking. 3 times the first. So here's my first. So I can say, I'll put it over here. 3 times x1. And I'm going to get rid of those 1 eventually. 3 times the first is 5 more than a second. But the first thing I'm going to do, I want to write everything in terms of x. I'm going to get rid of those x1. I'm going to get rid of these things right here. x1, xt. I'm going to get rid of that. So this is what we have to do first. We have to subtract x2 from both sides. You can subtract either one because these both going to eventually be x. But I'm going to say x1 equals to 50 minus xt. And I can prove this with basic math. I'm gonna prove it with basic math. Then I'm gonna erase it if I can. I'm gonna do it up here in this little area. I'm gonna say 6 plus 4 equals 10. Correct? I'm doing this part right here. I'm just giving you a visual demonstration because you know math is so conceptual and abstract. Now I want to just move. I can move any of my numbers. I can move the 6 or 4, but I'm gonna stick to what I did before. I'm gonna move my second number like I did. So I'm gonna say 6 is equal to 10 minus 4. So 6 equal 6. So that's why this part right here is correct. Even though I don't know what x is now. Now I'm going to drop the 1 and 2, and that's right. X is equal to 50 minus x. Okay, so we got that part down so far. So we're good to go. Now we can do the other stuff. It says 3 times the first, and underline that. So I can say my first number. I got the 1 right here, so I can say 3 times x is equal to 5 more than the first, twice the second. So I'm gonna say 50. I should bring it over. I'm going to erase that. I'm going to bring it over a little bit. I'm going to say 50, because I'm going to give myself a lot. It's 50 is equal to minus x. Then it say 5. It say 5 more than a second. So I'm going to add 5 to this. There's my 5. Then it says 5 more than a second. Then it say twice the second. So I have to say this the second part right here. Remember, here's the 2. So I can say this is the second. Twice the second. And that's our important part right there. Then from there, we can move on. I can say 3x equals 100 minus 2x plus 5. I can say now combining like terms. Combine this with this. And I have an x here and an x here. So I can subtract, I can add 2 to this side, 2x, and add 2 to this side. Then moving over here, moving up here, I have 5x is equal to, now I'm going to add these two right here. Add this, add that. I can say 5x is equal to 105. 105. Now, we got it in a form that we recognized in the beginning of algebra. You know this is 5 times x, the inverse of, let me get rid of this. The inverse is multiplication, right here. You know what that means? Multiplication. Multiply. So, the inverse of multiplication is divide. So I'm going to divide it. 5. You know, when I divide by one side by 5, I have to divide the other side by 5. Now, I know the answer in my head, but I'm just going to do it out, just to do it out. I have 5 divided into 105. We know 5 goes into 10 2 times. So I'm just working it out. 0. I bring down my 5. 5 goes into 5, 1. So basically, x, I'm going to come right up here. X is equal to 21. X equal to 21. Now, I want to see, I want to delete some of this stuff. I haven't used this in a long, well, anyway. So, I got that right there. Where's my erase? Well, I'm just going to leave it alone. So, but this is the most important part right here. X equals 20. Then if you want to find out what this one is, x2 is, we just can substitute. So I just can say 50, I'm going to do it down here. 50 minus x equals to 29. So my two numbers are 21 and 29. And I can prove that because if I add them, they will give me 50. This is 0, carry 1, and I have 50. So I proved it. So my two numbers are 21 and 29. Thank you for stopping by, good people. So, as you see, as a math person, we got to do a lot of writing. Sorry about that. But we got the part. This was the most important steps right here. I'm just going to highlight the most important steps we did. Let me change my color. I'm going to change it to red. We did this first. This is our basic setup right here. That was step 1. This the next important step right here. Step 2. Step 2, that's the most important part right here. This is step 2. Right there. And after we did step 2, we did step 3. So it's really 3 steps involved. Then after we did that, we just did our normal algebra. You know, combining like terms. After that, and our last step was over here 4, which involved the division. So to solve this, people, it was basically 4 steps in algebra. Thank you for stopping by. Until the next lesson, peace.